OTF, OTF, OTF. Raiders fire offensive coordinator Chip Kelly after their latest rough performance. Let's see what performance they're talking about. Okay, they lost 24-10 yesterday to the Cleveland Browns. So they only scored 10 points. That's not good, right? So the algorithm says Chip Kelly is fired, right? What's their record? They're 2-9. So a pretty disgusting record for the Raiders, fourth in the AFC West as the season rolls along. So let's look at Chip Kelly, and I don't think I've ever looked at the character. I've heard of him, obviously, but we're gonna take a further look at Chip Kelly here, and let's get to know this guy the decoding way. Only how we can do it, right? So you see Chip right there. Let's get some stats on him. Oh, oh, he's fired. His birthday's tomorrow. He's fired and his birthday's tomorrow. Look at that right there. Wow, that didn't take long. That didn't take long. Fired. Wow, his birthday's November 25th. Today is November 24th. How incredible is that? Damn. I see he's born in 63. That's interesting because we just had the JFK assassination anniversary, and he was assassinated in 63. Interesting stuff. And that was 3 days before the Chip Kelly birthday, so that's just interesting, right? You see right there. I was about to say, oh man, we're going to run the date. We're going to see how many days before or after his birthday. Bam, birthday is tomorrow. So I'll still look at some of the date numerology. So was he fired? He was fired yesterday after that hideous performance. Another rough performance, they're saying. Kelly's dismissal came less than 4 hours after that loss by Cleveland. The Raiders allowed the Browns to sack Geno Smith 10 times. Good Lord. Good Lord. I spoke with Chip Kelly earlier this evening and informed him of his release as offensive coordinator of the Raiders. Coach Pete Carroll said in a statement, "I would like to thank Chip for his service and wish him all the best in the future." Carroll did not immediately name a new coordinator. This is the second time he was fired. He has fired a coordinator this month. Special teams coordinator Tom McMahon was let go on November 7th, and Darius Swinton II took over on the interim basis. All right. I'm just looking up those characters on the side here in case we need to take a deeper look at them. Almost don't even really need to go further, huh? So, Kelly was the biggest name assistant hire by Carroll, who's in his first year coaching the Raiders after leading the Seahawks for 14 seasons. He reportedly received a $6 million contract the highest for an NFL coordinator, which helped entice him to leave Ohio State, where he helped the Buckeyes win the national championship as offensive coordinator last season. But Kelly never lived up to the hype, nor the contract, and the Raiders' offensive numbers bear that out. Through Sunday's games, Las Vegas was tied for last in the NFL with 15 points per game, second worst with 3.54 yards per rush and 3.7 sacks allowed per game, third worst with 4.59 yards per play, and fifth worst with an 82.3 passer rating. And Kelly's offense regressed as the season went on. The Raiders scored 16 points or fewer in 4 of the past 5 games and 10 points or fewer in 3 of those. Wow. I'm just going to enter some things in the calculator here, and we're going to call it a decode. I mean, fired right before his birthday. You know, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? Coming from a decoding standpoint, I'll just see if there's anything cool here with the numbers. If not, you know, we're out of here regardless. Okay, so that's really, really nice to catch that birthday connection right away. Does he have a full name here? Charles Edward Kelly. He's age 61, born in New Hampshire. It says he also coached the 49ers, head coach 2016-2017. Spouse Jennifer Jenkins. And Charles Kelly is the name. Just go like that. Charles. Las Vegas Raiders. Right there. So Las Vegas Raiders equals 61, and he is age 61, and he's about to turn 62. So he's fired right before his 62nd birthday. Las Vegas Raiders, 61, fired at age 61. Let's just take a look over here. Chip Kelly's got the 101 like Las Vegas Raiders. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. Look at that. Bam. Let that soak in right there. Look at it. Do you see it? He look at that on the Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders 101. Chip Kelly 101. Wow. I'm going to look at some date numerology and look at how good we are. We are so good. I'm like, look at the time right now. It's later where you're at. It is 4:30 a.m. as I have some coffee here. And I am ready to go. So he's fired Sunday. That's one day before his birthday. Wow. Look at some of the date numerology. So he's actually, fired one day before his birthday. Or actually, let me see. Okay. So he's fired 2 days before his birthday, but it's trending one day before his birthday. You see right here. Let me just take a look. Right there. Oh, look, he's his birthday even has 61 date numerology. His birthday's got the 61 date numerology. Fired at age 61. Las Vegas Raiders equals 61. Las Vegas Raiders also equals 160, which is like 16. And you also see that 16 numerology right there. Check that out. Bam. You know? And you see again right there, Las Vegas Raiders 101, Chip Kelly 101. Right? Fired 2 days before his birthday after this terrible, terrible performance. Okay, so they lose by 14. We heard a few 14s in there, didn't we? They lose by 14 points. NFL equals 14. And he led the Seahawks for 14 seasons. Wow, wasn't he in college football? Look at this. Kelly was the biggest name assistant hired by Carroll. Oh, he was an Eagle, wasn't he? I don't know. But Kelly was the biggest name assistant hired by Carroll, who's in his first year coaching the Raiders after leading the Seahawks for 14 seasons. Wow, time flies. For 14 seasons, and NFL equals 14, like I said. And this is a 14-point loss to the Browns. Look, if he was with the Eagles, here's Pete Carroll. If he was with the Eagles, Philadelphia equals 101. And we have another 101. Chip Kelly, Eagles. He was, look, Eagles head coach. Look at that right there. Philadelphia equals 101, okay? Look, Philadelphia 101. Las Vegas Raiders 101. Chip Kelly 101. Damn. And Philadelphia's got that 61. Chip Kelly is 61 right now. Las Vegas Raiders equals 61. Yes. Gotta love it, man. As I just straighten up these slides, gotta love it. How amazing. I am. I don't, if this was later in the day, you would really hear the excitement, man. This just never gets old. We can just pick random stories and decode them and show that this stuff is fake. Look at this right here. So he's fired 2 days before his birthday. Las Vegas Raiders 61 and 101. His birthday's got the 61 numerology. Chip Kelly 101. Las Vegas Raiders 101. Philadelphia 101 and 61. And he was head coach of Philadelphia. And look, you get some 16 numerology over on the left there as well as the right. 160 is like 16 with Las Vegas Raiders. That's it. That's absolutely amazing. Who is up next for the Browns? Who is up next? Or not, excuse me, for the Raiders? We have the Los Angeles Chargers will be hosting the Raiders Sunday, November 30th. That's amazing. And let's look at who's their quarterback. Is it Geno Smith? Is that what they said? Is it Geno Smith? Geno Smith, 30 of 44, 285 yards, one touchdown. But that did not matter. That amounted to zilch, huh? Shador Sanders for the Browns, 11 to 20 for 209, a touchdown and an interception. So we have the Chargers next on deck. We don't know who the offensive coordinator will be. And And yeah, that's amazing stuff right there. Okay, he's fired, and I guess let me put fired right here as well. Fired, fire, fire equals 29, and the Raiders are 2-9. Look at that right there. Fire equals 29, and the Raiders are 2-9. They fire their OC. Yeah, that's wild right there. That's wildly amazing, right? OTF on the fly. Raiders fire offensive coordinator Chip Kelly after their latest rough performance. Until next time.